Well, before we start, can I just say something? I don't know if I've ever cried in an episode of TV. You guys broke my freaking heart to a million pieces last week, and when you welled up, especially at the end there, holy crap! I completely lost it, and everybody on Twitter seemed to feel the same way. It was unbelievable. Like I was just sitting there taking notes, and then all of a sudden, like, what's this? It's so weird.
Great writing. I have to say that.
And the staging,
writing.
everything in that scene.
Yeah, it was.
Paul Zbyszewski writing that episode, and he's one of the 2 EPs on Marvel's Most Wanted, which would be their spin-off show. And I gotta say, we all read that last scene for the first time, and we were kind of a mess the way you were. But then when we were there on the day, suddenly saying goodbye to these 2 amazing people and amazing actors, Adrian Palicki and Nick Blood, it kind of went up another notch of grief, because suddenly people you care about are leaving your family in a real way. And
it's a lot of those tears.
And then I look over and I see what Henry's doing, and then I'm just they got to bring in a waste what do they call it, a
mop,
a broom, essentially.
It was for me. It was the most personal scene I've shot on this show.
Okay.
Because saying goodbye, it wasn't just my character. It was that was my. I used that moment for me personally to tell Adrian and Nick how much I loved them and how much I missed them. That was.
It was like the most honest moment ever on the show. It was amazing.
Most personal moment.
What is when Coulson's going to eventually, assume, find out about Hive and Ward as Hive? Now that he's trying to deal with that grief and guilt, what do you think his? Well, you might know, but what can you tell us about his reaction to seeing Ward/Hive for the first time?
It's clear that he has a lot of ambivalence going forward from the moment on the planet when he made that call. I say it's a call, but it feels like it was a momentary reaction to a lot of anger and a lot of betrayal, and I think some feeling of responsibility for all the people this guy's hurt. And I don't think he feels okay about crossing that line. It's where the show gets interesting to me, because when you take on the job and the responsibility of protecting people and possession of the weapons and the powers, the hand, whatever you've got, that's a different. You don't get to play by the same rules as everybody. You don't get to react to your emotions the same way. I don't think technically you should be able to turn over the directorship and just go be an angry man, even if you're turning it over to someone as incredible as Henry. So it's haunting him before he finds out that act has given a vessel to this planet-devouring creature that may or may not be the founding being of Hydra. So when he finds that out, I think it's only going to exponentially magnify his feelings of guilt and shame.
Each season, as we get closer to the summer movie from Marvel, you guys have found a way to kind of tie into the storyline or the themes, and we're seeing like ideological splits kind of happening within your team. So as it gets closer to Civil War, can you kind of tease us as to the mindset with the show, as how you guys might dovetail into what's happening?
Well, I think it's something that's gone on since the end of last season, when Coulson made Mac and Daisy partners. One's an Inhuman, and one seems to be the most suspicious of aliens and Inhumans. And that division is very much manifested in our team. Our show is looking at this Inhumans outbreak, and that's really where the concept of a civil war, our own version of it, is happening. For my money, our focus is very much on dealing with it within our own show. It seems logical that, from what I know about Civil War, that'll have repercussions on our show. I'm not privy to that information yet, but it seems logical that it's going to tear up what we're doing. What do you think?
Yeah, I think there's a great deal of potential for it to happen. I mean, like Clark said, from Mac's perspective, he's very suspicious of people with powers. And so is Simmons as well. And of course, we have people with powers on our team. So I think there's potential for there to be a problem if it comes up where this registration act, the team's going to be divided. It's just inevitable.
It's great writing in that what's really clear to me this season is both how suspicious Mac is of the Inhumans, and at the same time how tight he and Daisy are.
Oh yeah.
Both things are true, and it seems rich stuff to play.
That's like my little sister. Really, I am. Yeah. She love me some Daisy.
Time for one more question.
Is there any chance Mac will someday get his Shotgun X combination of some sort?
Please.
In the coming episodes, there could be something like that.
Some movement in that direction.
Thank you.
I want a chopstick laser gun. Eat Japanese and take people out. I'm not trying to compete with the shotgun axe, but okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.